Good morning, everyone. Today, it is my responsibility, pleasure, and distinct honor to reconvene our July meeting with a matter of great consequence to our beloved university system, the state of California, and indeed, our nation. The appointment of the 11th Chancellor of the California State University. I want to again offer my heartfelt thanks and appreciation to everyone who has made this announcement possible. All those who led, supported, and participated in what I am confident was the most comprehensive, inclusive, and collaborative recruitment in the CSU's 62-year history. Thousands of CSU stakeholders engaged in the search process, and approximately 500 members of the Cal State community took the time to provide their personal input on the essential qualities of the CSU's next leader. We heard you, and we are forever grateful to you. I trust I can speak for everyone involved when I say that it was a daunting task to identify an individual who embodies those ideal qualities to lead the nation's largest, the most diverse, and its most consequential university system. It's a university system that is the country's greatest and most accessible driver of social mobility, and one that serves as the vital pipeline of the educated and diverse workforce that powers California's economy, which is poised to become the world's fourth largest. The California State University system transforms lives and elevates families and communities. Of course, leading this singular institution requires a keen intellect, an extraordinary depth and breadth of relevant experience, and leadership qualities that are inspired and that inspire. But above all, it requires a leader of both principle and compassion, one with a demonstrated commitment to our mission and core values, and one with a heart for the diverse and talented students we are so privileged to serve. I have every confidence that with your help, we have identified exactly that leader in the 11th Chancellor of the California State University, Dr. Mildred García. I have the amazing opportunity to introduce Dr. Garcia, who is well known to many of you here this morning. She served with distinction as a CSU president for more than a decade and at 2 universities, at Dominguez Hills from 2007 to 2012, and importantly, as the first Latina to serve as a Cal State president. And she led the university through a period of remarkable growth in student achievement, in enrollment, and in philanthropic and community support. At Cal State Fullerton, under Dr. Garcia's leadership from 2012 to 2018, student success measures soared. The university completed its first strategic plan, and the institution's reputation and influence expanded regionally, nationally, and globally. Since 2018, Dr. Garcia has served as the president and CEO of the American Association of State Colleges and Universities, the national professional association and collective voice for more than 350 colleges, universities, and university systems that, like the CSU, hold students and community at the heart of their mission. At AASCU, she has served as a powerful, effective, and respected national advocate for access to public higher education, innovation in student success and support, and diversity, inclusion, and educational equity in all of their dimensions. Dr. Garcia has also held academic and senior administrative positions at Berkeley College, Arizona State, Montclair State, Penn State, Teachers College, Columbia University, and Ostos, LaGuardia, and City Colleges of the City University of New York. Like so many of our CSU students, Dr. Garcia is a first-generation college student, earning a Doctor of Education and a master's degree in higher education administration from Teachers College, Columbia University, a master's degree in business education, higher education from New York University, and a bachelor's degree in business education from Baruch College, City University of New York. In our 11th Chancellor, the CSU has an extraordinarily skilled, dedicated, and principled leader who has devoted her professional life to advancing the core values of our university system, which holds it dear. Perhaps even more important, she lives out those core values each and every day. This is evident in her own story, in her optimism, her authenticity, and in her unwavering dedication to students of all backgrounds and to the transformative power of higher education. And now, without further delay, it is my great pleasure to present the next Chancellor of the California State University, Dr. Mildred García, who is joining us remotely to offer a few introductory comments. Dr. García?
Good morning, buenos dias. Thank you, Chair Fang. I am so honored, humbled, and excited to serve you as your next Chancellor. Thank you, Chair Fang, and the entire board for the confidence you have placed in me, and I vow to work alongside you, the amazing faculty and staff, presidents and vice chancellors, to lift CSU to even higher heights. I want to take a moment and I want to thank Interim Chancellor Jolene Kester for her amazing work and commitment to the CSU during her short time there. I want to say thank you for serving the students so well with your passion. Now, Bell Hooks wrote that in order for people to get to know you and to understand the lens through which you see the world, you have to become a little vulnerable and share a little bit about yourself. So let me share with you, I am a first-generation college student, a Latina, a Nuyorican who accepts her Blackness. I am the daughter of humble and proud parents. I am a sister to 6 siblings and so many nieces and nephews and godmother to them. My parents came from Puerto Rico to Brooklyn with 5 of their 7 children. They came as so many Americans and people come to seek a better life for their children. After their arrival to Brooklyn, there were 2 surprises, me and my younger brother, and so we were 7. We lived in 2 tenement apartment buildings with 3 floors each, and we lived on the 2nd floor, a walk-up. Those tenement buildings were surrounded by factories, and that is where my parents worked. Our neighbors represented the beautiful diversity of this country in those tenements. They were families that were African American, Italian American, Jewish American, yet they all had the same goal, to have a better life for themselves and their families and their children. And we were poor, but we were proud. That neighborhood is no longer poor. It is now called Dumbo, down under the Brooklyn Bridge overpass. And the factories are lost that are definitely out of my price range. My parents also said to us in Spanish, I'll say it in Spanish, then I'll say it in English, la única herencia que una familia pobre le deja a sus hijos es una buena educación. The only inheritance a poor family can leave its children is a good education. I live by that today and have worked my entire career to help all who enter our doors reach their highest potential. And where we lived was in the middle of two very different neighborhoods. Fort Greene Farragut housing projects on one side, and the exclusive neighborhood of Brooklyn Heights on the other. My younger brother and I were fortunate because we attended schools when they were being integrated, and we received a violin for me to take home. My brother received the cello, much to the chagrin of our family as we practiced in that small apartment. The schools took us, and this is a public school, took us to Broadway Place, and they took us to museums, and I was taught French from the second grade. The point is, I'm not smarter than my older brothers and sisters. I was given the opportunity to excel. And that is one of the most important lessons, the opportunity for all to reach their highest potential. When my father died when I was 12, we moved to the Farragut housing projects. My mom and my dad, Hero and Shiro, but my mom at that time, my Shiro, raised us on a factory salary, and we never felt poor. And when I was 14 and I got my working papers, she allowed me to go to work in one of those factories. I witnessed how the workers were treated, and the foreman screamed at me, and I quit, vowing to someday be his boss and vowing to get my mother out of that factory. My avenue to do that was education. And that is what I have been working ever since I've been working. And at that time, helping my mother, and went into adulthood. And like the majority of Latinx students today, I chose to go to the community college, even though I was accepted to Hunter and Temple. I wasn't leaving my mom, and I could walk to school. It was the mentors and teachers who encouraged me, supported me to go on. I had a college work study position in the financial aid office, and I became a financial aid advisor. It was those teachers that cared, that loved, that propelled me. It was those staff members that saw something in me, and they told me I had to go on for my bachelor's degree. And every step along the way, just like the faculty and staff at the CSU and the presidents and the teams, you help and see in students to propel, to keep going. And therefore, I continue, because of these individuals, to get my master's and doctorate, even though I had to work full time. For me, serving the most important, and as Chair Fong said, consequential system in the country allows me to continue to work alongside you, to open all doors to all students, especially the underserved. The students at the CSU represent the new majority of America, the first generation, the low income, the students of color, the adults. And you educate them not only to get that career, you educate them to become educated citizens in a democracy, to go out into the community and be leaders, to go out into the community and live in a global world. They obtain their careers because of you and provide them with the social and economic independence that we want all to have. And I have dedicated my career to assisting these students to obtain their highest goals, no matter where I work. And I vow to continue to do that at the CSU. My goodness, what a privilege that I have been granted. I am excited to be part of this incredible system, coming back to California, working alongside this exceptional board, presidents, vice chancellors, faculty, staff, and students, and community. I stand on the shoulders of those that sacrificed so much and that came before us with the responsibility I owe them to provide all who enter our doors, regardless of who they love, regardless of their background, regardless of their income, to a high quality education that prepares graduates to uplift their families and be the leaders for our state and our nation, because it is vital, not only for the families and students, vital for our neighborhoods, our cities, our state, and country. I will see you soon. You know I'll be there in October. And I thank you all for this amazing opportunity. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chancellor-Select Garcia, for your grace and persistence through our selection process, for your inspiring words today, and for all that you will bring to the California State University. I would now like to invite Interim Chancellor Kester to provide a few brief remarks.
Thank you, Chair Fong. Chancellor-Select Garcia, Millie, I offer you my deepest and most heartfelt congratulations on this appointment as the 11th Chancellor of this California State University system that I love. It is a great day for the CSU. My time in the role has been short. Sometimes it's felt really long. It has been one of the most extraordinary professional and personal experiences that I have had. A career that spanned higher education for over 40 years. These last months have clearly been a highlight. It is an extraordinary role for an extraordinary system. It's extraordinary in far too many ways to try to articulate today. I've learned a lot of important lessons, but one of the most important given this announcement today is that I've learned the traits, the skills, and the kinds of experiences that it takes to perform this job effectively. Chair Fong eloquently described those traits earlier as she described Chancellor-Select Garcia. They include integrity, creativity, a commitment to collaboration, and most importantly, an unshakable belief in the transformative power of higher education and this system. An unshakable belief in the promise and power of the human spirit as it is taught and renewed through higher education. Millie, I've known you for a lot of years. We have a lot of experiences together. I've known you long enough in a number of different settings, sufficiently to know that you possess the experience, the qualities, and the skills in abundance to take on this important role. Important to me is that I know that the California State University system is in good hands. I wish you the best. I'm confident that you will find the privilege of serving as Chancellor as deeply and professionally, personally rewarding as I have. And I do look forward to supporting you in this important transition to this role in this system that we both love. Congratulations and thanks to all of my colleagues on the board.
Thank you so much, Interim Chancellor Kester, and thank you once again for your extraordinary leadership through this season of transition and opportunity. You have left us an invaluable gift to us and to the new Chancellor, and we all look forward to celebrating your service more appropriately at an upcoming meeting. The Chancellor Select appointment will be addressed in greater detail during the Committee on University and Faculty Personnel. Updated materials for this item are available and posted online on the Board of Trustees webpage. With that, let's move on to our committee business.